Don't smile like a dork. Look cool. What's up? Welcome to Shadow Alley. On the channel we talk about horror movies and silicone masks and other creepy things, so if you're into that sort of stuff, feel free to subscribe and stick around. I normally buy nothing but silicone masks. I really don't like latex masks. I don't like that there's not a lot of movement. When I see a horror character in a latex mask, to me it looks like it's probably just a human inside of that mask. And I like things that look like monsters, or that are not human, or that are like decomposed, dead. I like weird stuff.
What's wrong with you?
So anyway, I normally shy away from things that aren't silicone, but there are very few exceptions, and this company is one of the major exceptions. I have been wanting a mask from Grim Stitch Factory for a lot of years. I've had my eye on their masks for literally 3 or 4 years, and I've just never bought one, maybe because I didn't have any plans for any short films using their masks or anything. I just had no reason to get them, but then the owner put up a one-of-a-kind variation of one of their normal masks, and I think it was amazing, and it was $90 less than it normally should be. So one of a kind, less money than it should be. I had to pull the trigger. I'm super excited to finally get a Grim Stitch Factory mask in my creepy collection. So let's open it and check it out. Haha, I'm really excited about this. All right, he put it in the biggest bag I've ever seen. And here it is. Do I make that same stupid laugh every time I open up a mask? Don't actually answer that in the comments. I don't want to know. Let's go ahead and put this on a cheap head form here. Grim Stitch Factory makes these really, really badass burlap sack masks. And this is a one-of-a-kind, meaning nobody else has one, variation on their Field Creeper, I believe it's called. And if I were to pick one of their masks, it probably wouldn't be the Field Creeper. But this is like a variation, kind of a different spin on their Field Creeper mask. And for me, the things that they did to this mask to make it different from their original Field Creeper are the things that I absolutely love about it. Their original Field Creeper doesn't have any stitching up the forehead. It gives it more character and makes it look more creepy, in my opinion. I also didn't like the eyebrows, the big thick eyebrows on the normal Field Creeper, and that is changed on this one. But the biggest thing, the normal Field Creeper has these folds, vertical line folds in the mouth, and this variation on it has actual stitching in the mouth, the vertical stitching, just making it look way more detailed, in my opinion, and way creepier. And also a lot less of the straw hair. The regular Field Creeper has like a full head of straw hair, and this just has really sparse straw hair. So all those little changes, in my opinion, make this one-of-a-kind mask way cooler than their original Field Creeper, which was already pretty damn cool. So all the variations were perfect for me, and the price was right to sell. It was just a perfect time for me to get one. So these are made out of burlap, and there is no silicone in it whatsoever, and there's also no latex. So if you're allergic to latex, you can still get these masks. So the back of it is really soft, not soft, but it's not stiff, and it has a lace up the back, so you can put it on and lace it up to get it as tight as you need it. But then the front is more of a solid burlap, and it's got some grating in the eyes so that it's hard for people looking in to see your actual eyes. And there's also some foam padding. I don't know if you can see that. There's some foam padding inside to make it a little bit more comfortable to wear. And I like that they kind of leave the bust long, like many silicone masks do, so that you can kind of tuck it underneath of your costume. But again, I normally don't like things that aren't silicone, but for some reason this is different for me, psychologically speaking. In my mind, when I see this, I picture a grotesque, hideous monster underneath of it, or like a dead human that has been turned into a scarecrow underneath of it. I don't see a guy in a mask. So even though this doesn't have crazy movement like some of the silicone masks that are on this channel, for me, it is badass, and I love it, and I'm excited to have it in my collection. And I think maybe we should do some cool, not quite movement videos, but some more glamour shots with it. So let's go take a look at that. And you can see that with that mesh over the eyes, it is pretty hard to see my actual eyes in there. You might have to be careful if you have a lot of front lighting or you're really close to the camera, but you could easily just wear a balaclava or something black over your face underneath this mask, and that would never ever be an issue then. It is pretty comfortable actually, even though it's kind of like a stiff mask, and you could glue as much foam as you needed to or wanted to inside of this mask in order to make it a perfect, comfortable fit for you. And it's nice that it laces up the back. It's easy to get on it and off, and just look how unbelievably cool this thing looks. Now let's look at it with a little bit more horror appropriate lighting. Right? So creepy. It is badass. I love it. It looks creepy as hell. And I think with a mask like this, the fact that it doesn't have any movement is kind of part of the creepiness, I think, in my opinion. And just the stitching and the burlap, it looks amazing to me. I love it. I can't wait to try to do some sort of short film with this. So look out for that in the near future. Pretty awesome, right? Grim Stitch Factory. They have a whole bunch of variations of this burlap mask on their website, so I recommend go taking a look at those. They are right around the same price as silicone masks. I believe these start at $4.90, right around that area. So with shipping and everything, you're gonna look around the $500 area. But I know a lot of people put these on Facebook all the time that are haunters, and so I'm assuming these things are pretty comfortable to wear for hours and hours during a haunt, but I'm excited to have this in my collection. I've been wanting one for a long time, and now I finally have one. So maybe if you can think of something cool that we might want to do with this, some sort of short film idea, put that in the comments below. And if you like this sort of creepy crap that you see on this channel, then please do all those things you're supposed to do to help a channel grow. And I will see you in the next one. What's up?